Dear Lord, I hope this is working. Hello? Is anybody here? Can you hear me? I see we have Everett. Is that Everett here? Let me know if you can see and hear this, where if you're watching on either YouTube or Patreon. Just hoping that everything is functioning because I had some technical challenges, let's put it that way. But I think we're going to be okay. So please do chime in, say hello. Everett, you're here, brother. Can you hear me and see me? Just making sure that that's working, and then we'll get started. And I hope that there's not too much of a delay, because sometimes there are big delays with these things. But it's good. I see volume, I see fire, I see rain. I see everything is functioning. Beautiful. Testing comments. All right. This is cool. Okay. So, yeah, welcome. I would like to just make a quick post to Quips about this, just letting people know that we're live right now. And then we'll get going. Right. Okay. Live right now. If you love songs for joy and stories for open hearts. Okay. And then I think we're good to go. Okay. It's good to be here. So, many or most of you, it might look a bit weird like I'm looking up. Does it look like I'm looking up? I am looking up. Basically, I had to set up my whole setup in a new way. So I'm like looking up at this camera, which is a bit weird. I'll have it fixed for next time. But for today, we are sharing Songs for Joy, which is the reminder that we are all worthy. I'm curious to know what the word worship means to you, because it means many things to many people. And my experience of worship overall has been this idea of people saying, basically, I'm not worthy. Like, I'm not worthy. Forgive me. I am sinful. I am bad. And I recently looked up the meaning of the word worship, and the origins is from a Saxon word, worthship, as in the condition of being worthy. And that blew my mind. And I realized more and more that my intention, my why, my purpose in this world is to facilitate spaces that are so held and so real that your authenticity can rise up naturally, just like bubbles rising through water, so that with joy and relief, you can remember that you were always already worthy. That's what we're here for. This is what this ministry is for. This is what this sharing is for. And today is just going to be very simple prompts about taking some gentle breaths, sharing some songs, sharing some stories. If we get some folk in here, then we can have some engagement, some chats. Oh, no audio or video. That's no bueno. Oh, what is happening? Okay, that's not good. Oh, crap. Oh, dear. Fixing now. Okay, so we are live on YouTube, but I just see that it's not working on Patreon. So, how do we... Let's have a look. Gonna leave if I can. New live stream. That is very strange. We're born to be wild and free. Okay, so that's given us that. Can you now, can you see me and hear me? Can you see and hear me? Crap, that was not a great start. Okay, so the video should be working. The audio should be working too. Ecamm Live I'm seeing is getting everything. So that is very strange. Wagwan. Oops. Oh no. That sucks. No audio. What the let's try this instead. Can you hear me now? Is that coming through? Okay. And is the lip and the audio synced better this time? Now we got you. We got you, man. Okay. Well, either way, let's hope this let's hope it works now. Okay, fantastic. So I'll begin again. But basically, my initial question was, what does worship mean to you? And it can mean many things to many people. In my experience, overall, I have found that worship seemed to refer to this thing of basically saying, I am not worthy, saying to God, like, I am not worthy of your love. You're so much better than me. I'm so sinful. I ask for your forgiveness, even though I don't deserve it, and all that kind of stuff. And I might be off on that, but that's been a lot of what I've seen worship being called. And then I looked up the meaning of the word worship and discovered that the original meaning comes from the Saxon word worthship. So worthship, the condition of being worthy. So that's what I'm here for. I am here, my intention is to facilitate a space that is so held and so real that your authenticity can just bubble up naturally like bubbles in water, and that you can remember with joy and relief that you were always already worthy, always already enough. That's what this space is for. That's what it's about. If you are watching this as a replay or live, please do share it with people on Quips, on Patreon, or share it on wherever else with people you love, people who you think could do with more worthiness in their lives. And we're going to be sharing some very gentle breath prompts and ways to just come into the center, into the body. And then we're going to share some songs and stories. It feels a bit strange to me. I'm kind of looking up at you because I've set my camera up in a strange way today, which I will fix for next time. But for now, we can just share the vibe. So the first part of this is what's called orientation. And this is a way to very quickly and gently calm our nervous systems down with some very simple movement and some sensory experience. So wherever you're seated, allowing your eyes to wander around the room, just to explore the space that you're in. Not really trying to find anything in particular, but just seeing what you see. What do you notice? Look behind you, up and below, in all directions. Just giving yourself an opportunity to sit here in this moment. And if it feels good for you, coming back to center and closing down your eyes, or at least softening your gaze towards the floor. And then coming into an awareness around sound. What is it that you're noticing that you can hear? Perhaps there are some up close sounds, perhaps there are some further away sounds. It's all welcome, it's all good. And then noticing as you breathe in through your nose, can you smell anything on the air? And again, it's okay if not. Bringing the awareness down to the surface of your skin, noticing any sensations of coolness or warmth, or perhaps the clothing on your skin. And then the weight of yourself seated in your chair. And finally, bringing an awareness to your breath. Where do you notice your breath in your body in this moment? Is the breath in your belly or in your chest or in your shoulders? Just noticing. And we're going to take 3 gentle deep breaths together. So breathing out through the nose to begin, and then in through the nose. With a little extra, and sighing it out. And again, breathing in all the way. A little more, and releasing. One more breath all the way in. With a little more, and letting it go. Welcome to any new viewers. It's a pleasure to have you here. Otherwise, just closing your eyes down, noticing the breath in the body in this moment. And in any way that feels good, blinking open your eyes, moving the body, give a little stretch, a little shake. Please introduce yourself if you haven't already. Where are you tuning in from? What brings you here? What are you hoping for? This is a ministry of joy. These are songs and stories for joy, connecting into the realization that we were already always worthy. So it's lovely to be here with you. If you know my music, you're welcome to request some songs, but otherwise just please do introduce yourself, where you're tuning in from, what brings you here, and feel free to share this with anyone who might resonate. I'm actually going to take a little moment here. No, will I? No, I won't. I was going to share it elsewhere, but I think we'll just do the thing. We'll just do the thing. Let's have a song. Let's begin. What did I do with my tuner? Okay, I can see there's Everett here. Everett. Hello, Everett. From Battle Creek, Michigan, USA. Lovely to be here with you. And lovely to see you again. It's been a long time since we connected. I'm just opening my phone here so that I can tune my guitar. Nick, oh no way. It's the old school folks today. That's fantastic. What a pleasure. Definitely safe here, Nick. Oh my gosh, what a pleasure, guys. And please check in, if you feel to, with something that you're carrying at the moment, maybe a highlight from the last week or two, or a low light, or like a highlight and a low light, and something you're grateful for, to share in the comments. That's always nice to kind of just see where we're all at right now as we begin. For me, a highlight has been just really having my friend Ricardo around, or Roman, as many people know him, as the musician. It's been such a gift and a pleasure. So that's definitely been a massive highlight for me. What else? A low light would be, just feeling a lot of pain in my body at the moment. That's really something I'm carrying that is tough. And I'm grateful to Everett and Nick in this moment for being here with this Songs for Joy sharing. So thanks, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be with you. Maybe I'll share a new song or two with you all a little later on. I'm going to start with a very gentle song called Everything, Everything. And it's 6 poems dedicated to this universal experience that we're all having, the remembrance that we're all flowing in and out of these different states, and that there is some great, beautiful, loving consciousness within, behind, and through it all. And this is kind of a song from that loving being. That's at least how it felt to me when the song came through. Yeah, it was awesome, Nick. It's been awesome. He's here till Saturday. I am a breeze, I'm the breath you take next in your unfolding. Look at your wings, open wide, how they shine, lighting up everything. The weeds pushing up through the cracks in your broken dreams, reflecting, going out, coming in, mirroring everything. Tapestry called you and me, reflecting, re-raveling forever into everything. you give, what you receive. Reflecting, going out, coming in, mirroring everything. Unseen. If you've been where I've been, damn, that's some rambling. Invisibly, indivisibly, forever into everything. Sneakily teasing your old memories. See what I mean? You have changed, you are changing, transforming everything. Everything. There you have it. Taking a deep breath in and letting it go. It's good to be here with you. What a pleasure, gentlemen. And ladies, if anyone's watching the replay. Everett's highlight. Knee is healing from surgery in December. Nice one, dude. Glad to hear it's healing. Riding bikes is possible, but challenging. Yeah, low light some days are harder mentally. I hear you, man. One day at a time. And something you're grateful for if you feel to share. And but no pressure either way. And I'm curious to share a little story with you guys, as always. And please, if anything's coming up for you at any point, if you have any questions, any things you're challenged with, anything you'd like support on, please do bring it into the space. It's very welcome here. All of you is welcome here. So I'm having a crazy experience. I'd be curious to know, I don't know if either or anyone who's watching right now is religious, as in like, you know, either firmly tied to a particular religion, whatever that might be. Because I've really found religion to be a challenge overall. I think they all come from the same place. The heart of all religion seems to me to be about the great mystery, about the source, about where we come from and where we're going. And trying to make it all not necessarily even make sense, but become bearable and filled with wonder and awe. That's like the heart of it all. And then people go, well, if you don't use the name I use for God, I'm going to kill you because you don't deserve to live, because you haven't said that God is this name or that name or follows these rules or those rules. And so to me, I've just felt this deep personal relationship with divinity growing in me for years. And I think this is available and accessible to anyone, to all of us. I think we're all fully worthy of being directly connected to God, however we see that being. And so I've felt this calling now for some years to step into ministry, to step into being in service to that beautiful message. And I believe my songs have always been in service to that message. The remembrance of our worthiness, that we are all worthy of sitting with the great friend. And so all that being said, I recently had some people approach me and ask me if I would start a church. And I'm hesitant of saying this, but as they asked it, and this came kind of out of the blue, as they asked it, I just felt a yes rising in me. Yes. And then they said, well, would you be willing to lead that church? And I said, yes. And then my conscious brain had time to catch up and go, what the fuck am I saying? What is going on here? And we had a conversation about it. And they basically said, look, we love worship. We want to worship. But we find that when we go to church or to places of worship, that often it's so much about guilt and shame and separation. And that's not what we feel that we want from worship. That's not what it feels like for us to connect to the divine. But we need support. We need a minister. We need someone to be a guide on this path and a support on this path. And we think, we've been chatting about it, and we feel you would be a really beautiful minister in that way. So I'm being called into this space, and I'm saying this all with a lot of, there's some fear, and there's some fear of being ridiculous and silly and overstepping my bounds and being inappropriate. But at a deeper level, there is a sense that this is a calling that I'm being invited into. So that's what today is about for me. So I am trusting that. And again, the origins of the word minister was to be in service, to be a servant. To be a minister is to be a servant. So my intention is to be a servant to God, a servant to the divine message, to this great mystery that we really have no actual big answers for, but there are some things that come through. Uh-oh, that's my phone. Why is it not on silent? My phone should have been on silent. I apologize, friends. That should sort it out. That's better. Okay. So yes, here we are. Maybe that was my invitation just to play another song. Oh dear, dear, dear. I'd love to know if anyone's watching live, tell me if the balance of guitar and vocals is okay, because the mic is quite a bit higher than the guitar and I'm worried that it's not getting the full thing, but maybe if I turn it like that. I do actually want to. Oh, thank you, Everett. That's lovely to hear. I'm going to just take a moment and share a link. I'd love to see if we could share this with some more people. I know that this is going to grow over time, and this is only the beginning. Thank you for your patience while I work this out live in real time. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's see how that does. Maybe we'll get a person or two. Okay, do you guys have any song requests, by the way? Everett and Nick, who are watching live currently, I'd be honored and delighted to play you anything that is feeling resonant for you, any stories you'd like to hear, anything in particular that's present for you. I'm going to share you guys. Oh wait, I can't share that one yet. I haven't played that for the person it's written for. That would be a bit rough if it's like, oh my God, that was my song and you played it before I even heard it. Let's do. So I wrote a song recently for my daughter for her first birthday, and I didn't intend to write it for her first birthday. It just came through, and so this is the song. It's still a work in progress, but I figured I'd share it with you beautiful humans here and now. Feels aligned. So I'll tell you the story. So my daughter generally falls asleep with my wife. She doesn't really, she's fully breastfed. I haven't really managed to get her to sleep too much, but sometimes when I walk with her on my chest, she'll fall asleep, so that's nice. And she was kind of struggling to fall asleep a few weeks ago, just before her, like a week or two, maybe 2 weeks before her birthday. And so I took her out in the evening, I put her on my chest in the carrier, and she fell asleep 2 nights in a row, just passed out on my chest, which is so beautiful, just completely trusting and restful. And then the third night, I took her out, and I thought she was sleeping because she was resting her head on my chest. But every time I looked down, her eyes were open and she was blinking and watching it all go by. But she was just completely restful and trusting on my chest. And I just felt like, wow, this feeling of being a safe space for her at such a deep level. It was like, I don't know how, I mean, anyone who's a parent, I imagine, will know what I'm talking about. But I came home and I walked into the back garden. I still had her on my chest and she was still awake. And my friend Roman was in the back garden just hanging out, and I looked at him and I was just like, I just feel so good, dude. And suddenly this line just came in, and it's the first line of the song. So I threw Honey down and I ran inside. No, I gave her to her mom and she went to bed, and I went and I wrote this song. So here it is. It's called, well, I'll tell you at the end. What am I doing here? Holding your holy little body warm against my chest, forget about what's next. Still in the blessing of a moment, simple as I've known it, with nowhere else to go. Home is where your heart beats beside mine. Home is where our hearts collide. Oh, home is where your heart beats beside mine. Home is where our hearts collide. Singing, falling as we're rising, deepening divinely this ordinary love. Closer, everything dissolving, melody unfolding till there's only us. Home is where your heart beats beside mine. Home is where our hearts collide. Oh, home is where your heart beats beside mine. Home is where our hearts collide. We're in the dawn of it all, of it all. And in the end we will sing forevermore. Holding your holy little body warm against my chest, forget about what's next. Still in the blessing of a moment, simple as I've known it, with nowhere else to go. I'm already home. Thank you. I hope that that's landed somewhere important and blessed for you. This is a song I just wrote for my daughter very recently. And if you're new here, please introduce yourself. Please say hello, where you're tuning in from, what brings you here. This is a ministry of joy. This is an invitation for joy and to return to our worthiness, to remember our worthiness. Thank you, Everett. I have a video of that's going to be out soon on Patreon, and then with YouTube and everything else coming up. But that song will be out very soon. I'm just doing the final touch-ups on the edit. So yeah, thank you for your support here on Patreon. It makes it all possible. Okay, Lights Alive. I'm so glad that you requested that song, Everett. I have not played that in a long time. I realize I need to get my kappa without killing myself. Oh dear. Okay. The Lights Alive. I haven't played this. I've got to make an admission, Everett, which is that I may not remember all the parts of this song. It's been a very long time since I played it. And I have so many songs now that if I don't play them regularly, I forget them, and I have to refresh myself. Let's see, what do we got? Oh my gosh, all the things. Technical snafus. Okay, let's try this out. And I may not get this right, by the way. Oh my gosh, you are kidding me. Amy and Rochelle. That's so cool. Did you hear the song Holy Little Body? Did you just arrive? Or did you miss that last song? Oh my God, you guys will love that song so much. Okay, I just wrote a song. Well, you would have heard it. I don't know if you heard it at the birthday party. I don't know if you were still here. Anyway, I wrote a song for Honey, and it's so beautiful, and I just played it. But anyway, this is a lovely song too, which I don't know if I remember how to play. Did you know the sun is always shining? No matter where you stand, it's always rising. Somewhere in the world, somewhere in the world, the light's alive. Time will spin us on the breeze. Hope will feed us till we're free. We're all worth it, we're all worth it, we're all. Pause for the scroll. Though we know our love is just a drop within the ocean, we will never have a doubt about the depth of this emotion. Somewhere in the world, somewhere in the world, the light's alive. Time will spin us on the breeze. Hope will feed us till we're free. We're all worth it, we're all worth it, we're all. I act upon the words I've said. Oh, this is all just in my head, but I know the way to you. Holding on to all that's true, and we will find a way to get on through. Pause for scroll. Time will spin us on the breeze. Hope will feed us till we're free. We're all worth it, we're all worth it, we're all. As close as I can get it after not having practiced that song in so long. If anyone has a song request, please do make it. And you guys will have missed who I've just joined, but I'm having a really wild experience right now where this is so... I need to get comfortable talking about this because it's happening. But without going into too much story, some really lovely people recently approached me and said, Nathan, would you ever consider starting a church? And I said, yes. And then they said, would you consider leading it? And I said, yes. And then my conscious brain caught up with what my body had just committed to before I had had the conscious thought. And I was like, okay, what are we talking about here? And they basically said, and I've told this story already, but it's worth telling again. They said, we love worship, but we really don't vibe with the way churches are run. We don't vibe with the guilt and the shame and the boxing in of what people call God. And we were talking about it, and we feel like you would be a wonderful minister, that you could really hold a beautiful space of worship. And we'd love to be a part of that. And so we're doing it. So basically, that's what's happening in my world right now, which is kind of crazy to say, but it's a thing. All right, let's have another song. Any more requests, or I'm just going to play what feels right? Oh, maybe In Every Leaf, In Every Leaf. So this one is... I was really burnt out and struggling with gnarly depression, like really a lot of, and I don't say this to like big up my own victim experience, but it's the reality of where I was at, and a lot of suicidal ideation, a lot of just like, I wanted to be out of life. If I could, I wanted to check out. And it got to the point where my family and friends, who are all very alternative medicine minded people and very much about natural everything, several people were like, maybe you need to go on antidepressants. And it really freaked me out. So I was like, something needs to happen, but I don't know what. And the kind of message that kept coming was mushrooms, was sacred mushrooms. Because all the reading I was doing and watching documentaries, just being like, this seems like this could help me. But I was terrified. Long story short, I found a therapist working with these medicines. I had sessions with her for about 3 months, and then I went and sat for my first, what they call hero's dose, sacred mushroom journey. And it's intense. And it was beautiful. It really, I had what people call an ego death, where the little self, the identification with Nathan, died. And I returned to this place that felt like home, where it was just waves and waves of infinite love and color and consciousness, that there was a loving consciousness in that place that I was merged back into, and that consciousness looked back into Nathan, looked from that expanded infinite state where everything everywhere all at once is what is, and it looked at Nathan and said, I love you and I accept you just as you are. Even if Nathan is depressed for his whole life or whatever, it's all okay. I am with you and I love you, and you are worthy of this experience, this dream that the one is having. And it was like such a relief to be like, oh, wow, it's okay. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to succeed or fail or be depressed or be happy or any of it. I can, whatever I am is enough, which was great. Except that I woke up the next morning back in myself as Nathan, and I still felt depressed and I still didn't know what to do with my life. And I was like, well, now what the fuck do I do? Because that was meant to fix everything. But thankfully, I had my guitar with me, this trusty steed, and I sat outside under a tree and I started just playing this song. Like, it just started coming through. And I was looking at a leaf on the ground, and I realized I could magnify that leaf to infinity, or like really as close as makes no difference to me. And by the same token, I can expand out into galaxies and galaxies beyond galaxies, into an infinity. And yet somehow, here I am on this sunny day, being shaded by this very tree. And it just felt like, oh, this is it. There's nowhere to get to. And so this is the song that came through in that moment. In every leaf a universe, in every verse a unity of leaves and trees and mysteries. Oh, who knows what it means? In every leaf a universe, in every verse a unity of leaves and trees and mysteries. Oh, who knows what it means? I am sitting in your shade, filled with gratitude for every leaf you've made. Sun is shining bright today, so I'll rest a while and soon I'll be on my way. In every leaf a universe, in every verse a unity of leaves and trees and mysteries. Oh, who knows what it means? I read futures in their veins, simply telling me that life always finds a way till I am back home again. I will sit here in wonder, learning how to pray. In every leaf a universe, in every verse a unity of leaves and trees and mysteries. Oh, who knows what it means? Can it mean what it seems? I am all that I have seen, whether sacred or unclean. I am part of everything. fierce in every verse, a unity of leaves and trees and mysteries. Oh, who knows what it means? In every leafy universe, in every verse, a unity of leaves and trees and mysteries. Oh, who knows what it means? Who knows what it means? Who knows what it means? Oh, who knows what it means? Now look at all these seeds. Taking a deep breath in, if you haven't already, and letting it go. Wishing you a safe journey home, Amy, by the way. So excited you're coming back. I invited you guys to dinner on Friday evening, but realized that it's probably not going to align. I mean, I said to Brad, and he's like, you're going to be back, but I know it's your first day back. Anyway, if you guys want to come to dinner, let me know, because we're vibing. It's Ricardo's last night before he goes home. Okay, sway with me, Nick, with pleasure, my friend. Thank you for the request. And oh my gosh, I just realized there's someone watching on YouTube. I'm so sorry. I've been missing all your comments. Hello, Anonymous. to 2011, 12, too. What are you saying here? I've missed it. Been a fan for over 10 years. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I will absolutely play Always Wondering. Thank you for requesting. I hope you're still here, and I'm sorry that I missed you before. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Always Wondering coming up, and yeah, sorry, I didn't realize anyone was watching on YouTube. I've been on Patreon this whole time. Okay, let's do Sway With Me, and then we'll do Always Wondering for a lovely Anonymous. Anonymous. I do love this song. If you're new, if you're still on Anonymous, you may not know this song yet. It's a relatively new one. So if you're an older enjoyer of my music, yeah, then it'll be new for you. And please do come and find me on Patreon if you aren't already. I wonder if this is gonna work. Oh shit, that's backwards. Is that backwards on your screen? Why is that backwards? What? That's so weird. Oh my gosh, what the heck? It's showing up backwards on my screen. Jeepers, that's disturbing. Anyway. Okay, beautiful. We'll do Sway With Me, and then we'll do Always Wondering. I'm so glad you're still here. That brings me joy to hear. Okay, so Sway With Me, a little bit of a story as always, and sure. This song came through for many reasons. It came through as an invitation for myself to allow the breaking open to happen and to honor the breaking open that has happened and that does happen. It came after the loss of 3 of my dogs. It started after the loss of the first dog, of Sasa, who ran away. We never found her. And it was still to this day the most painful thing I've been through that I can remember. It absolutely shattered me. And I started writing this song about 8 months later. And what's crazy about it to me is that the critical voice came so strongly into my head, that little voice critic, and it said, this song sucks. I'm sorry, I have a very itchy nose for some reason. And I believed that voice, and I stopped writing the song. I let it go. I put it down, which just is so sad. I think of this beautiful song trying to come through, this idea, and there's this part of me saying, this sucks, you suck, you should never write another song. And I listened. Fortunately, maybe fortunately, through more pain, through more loss, we lost 2 more dogs through old age. And I had forgotten about this song completely. And suddenly the melody just came back and I started singing. And I was like, oh, that was a song. And then I went and found the song again and I finished it. I wrote the rest of it. And that voice I just was like, whatever voice, I'm writing this for me. I think it's beautiful. I'm not worried about anyone else. This is for me. This is my honoring. And it's also about this process of healing, not just healing, but this process of coming home. that I think worship is for me. Worship is the remembrance of our worthiness together, coming back into this moment of miraculous mystery that is impossible to define really. But somehow here we are in this moment, in this infinite universe. And the song, Sway With Me, is that I want to sway together, whether we're laughing or crying or in our broken openness or in whatever phase we're in, we're here together. And so this is that song, Sway With Me. And thank you so much. Someday life will crack you open, overflow emotion, and the dam flood waters will burst. Don't flee the flood, it seeks the ocean. For every motion is a sign of your beautiful thirst. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Your cracks are swollen, almost bursting. You're concerned it's the worst thing, though you know only so will you grow. Your lonely pain, a holy portal. I can only chuckle, 'cause I know you are never alone. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Listen, a whisper in thunder, with love and wonder. It says light is guiding you home. Your cry igniting wildfire, burning brighter. Say goodbye and you are reborn. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. Sway, sway, sway with me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Someday life will crack you open, overflow emotion, and the dam flood waters will burst. Don't flee the flood, it seeks the ocean. Every motion is a sign of your beautiful thirst. Thanks everyone. Lovely to be here, to be sharing with you. We're going to share one more song for tonight. I am singing and playing quietly because Honey's gone to bed. My daughter Honey with my wife Carly. So I don't want to sing too loud. But thank you again for being here. If you are watching on YouTube right now, please do join on Patreon. You can join the Patreon for free. And it's available to anyone. This live stream is streaming as well on Patreon. It's just a better place. It's away from away from the algorithmic intensity of places like YouTube and Instagram, etc. It's a more direct and sincere connection between us, less middlemen, less stuff in the way. I'm curious for those watching on Patreon right now, is it coming up backwards for you, this text that's on the screen? Because it's weird, it's showing up on my actual video, it's showing up forwards, but then when I see the stream on Patreon it's showing up backwards, and I know Anonymous said it's showing up the correct way. So it's just, oh, good. That's fantastic. Good to hear. All right, so we'll do one more song. I would just like to open the space for if anyone wants to share anything. I see Anonymous actually sharing. And oh my God, I'm just going to read this out. I hadn't read it yet. So I'm going to make that a bit bigger here. I've lost a couple of pets recently and I'm preparing to lose 2 more. Oh my gosh. Being mired in depression, and seeing you were streaming made my day. Cheers, man. Thank you so much. It's an honor. I feel like you're a message from God for me today to keep doing this, because I wrestle so much with just showing up for these songs for joy, for the worship of worthiness. And this message is reminding me to keep showing up. So thank you. Yeah, we had 4 dogs and we lost them all in the period of about 2 years. So brutal, so brutal. So yeah, we all go through it eventually. We all go through the breaking open of loss, and it's unavoidable. So I'm going to share Always Wondering, and I'm so happy you requested this because I also know this is one of Amy's favorite songs. I am going to play like a very quiet version because, as I said, Honey and Carly are abed. And if you do enjoy this, please do follow on Patreon. Again, you can do it for free. You will then get notified of live streams coming up. Patreon now has a social media feed, which is so much more enjoyable than Instagram or any of the others that I've been on, because it's basically just creators sharing the weird and wonderful things that they create, and people who appreciate them sharing their appreciation. It's so cool. So I'm having a lot of fun on Patreon using the quips. I do recommend installing the app if you haven't already, and then it's just a nicer way to stay in touch on the internet, because I just find myself less and less able to share on Instagram, etc. It's too designed for what's the word? Clickbait, for doom scrolling, for keeping us addicted and hooked. So number one, my stuff doesn't get seen by many people because it's really not hooky. It's just me being me, and that's not very hooky and extreme and intense. So anyway, enough talk. Let's have a song. Thank you so much. This is Always Wondering. Do you want the story of it, or should I just play the song? We'll have some votes in the comments here. What do you guys think? Story first or straight into the song? Way down there, see you. Story is cool. All right. Story's cool. We love the story. Okay. The stories win it. The stories have it. Okay. So the story of this song is actually quite a simple one, but it was that I was in London. I was sitting on the couch in the artist's warehouse, the converted warehouse I was staying in, and I was just playing, and sometimes songs come through without any planning. Like I'm not thinking about something, but something comes through, and this is one of those. But the image that was in my mind was the eagle flying high above. And the magic of the eagle is that it's got such good vision, but it can fly so high, so it basically can see the big picture while also seeing the specific details. And the vision I had was of like a little human walking through the woods and basically going like, I don't know where I'm going. There's just trees everywhere. I'm lost. What the hell? And the eagle above is looking down and just seeing the full pattern, all the interactions of every creature and tree and human, and being like, wow, what a beautiful dance is being danced, that the eagle sees how it all fits. And so the eagle is representing the higher self, or the God self, or the wise inner, I like to think of it, the little guide inside that is just like, this is all so beautiful. What a blessing. We don't have to hide ourselves or get worried about where we're going. We're already here. We're already visible. We're already seen. There's nothing being hidden. which is both terrifying and also beautiful when we know that the seeing is done with love, always with love. And so always wondering is this invitation to remember that we're always on this journey and we're also always right here and right now, and the two exist, coexist. Way down there, see you walking in the woods, always wondering, searching for a place to rest your head. My head's full of locations I imagine you have lain. I'm always wondering, seeking all the signs I know you've seen and what they mean. Seek and you shall find. Life happens in its own time. Seek, you shall find. You know and I know, so seek and you shall find. Love happens in its own time. Seek and you shall find. You know and I know. Always wondering, we're always wondering. I've seen some imprisoned by old secrets they were keeping, blind to all the light that guides their way. Oh, what a shame. Seek and you shall find. Life happens in its own time. Seek, you shall find. You know and I know, so seek and you shall find. Love happens in its own time. Seek and you shall find. You know and I know. Always wondering, we're always wondering. Always, always here now, here now. Oh, we've lost the string here. Hang on a second. What's going on? There it is. You who walk with courage through the darkness and the light, always wondering, searching with that smile upon your face for life's embrace. Seek and you shall find. Life happens in its own time. Seek and you shall find. You know and I know, so seek and you shall find. Love happens in its own time. Seek and you shall find. You know and I know. Always wondering, we're always wondering. Always wondering, we're always wondering. We're always here now. On the button, on the hour. Thank you, everybody. So this is a new offering. At this point, it's going to be every week, live on Patreon, live to anyone who wants to join it. Please do follow me here on Patreon if you don't already. And it'll also be going live on at least YouTube, I believe, for the time being. But Patreon is like the home, the hearth. That's one of my favorite words of all time, by the way, hearth. It's got in it heart, ear, earth, art. There's more, but I can't remember it right now. I love that live streams are back too, Nick. And thank you so much. Everett and Nick, you guys have been long-standing. You've joined me on the community I was running. You've joined me on live streams. You guys have been such a beautiful presence in this space. So I hope that we can continue to share this space. And yeah, thank you so much, Anonymous. I hope that someday I learn your name, but no pressure. And it's a pleasure to share with you. I'm so glad that you could find it on YouTube, that it came up for you. And it's a great pleasure to share with you. So thank you so much. Yeah, and please share this with people. If you know people in your life who are looking for a safe place to practice worship, and when I say worship, I mean the condition of being worthy, to practice worthiness, to come home to the truth of who we already are. And this is so important. I realize that I have dedicated so much of my thinking to wanting to be perfectly something, perfectly healthy, perfectly successful, perfectly on top of everything, the perfect husband, the perfect father, the perfect man, the perfect whatever. And realizing that I'm not. I'm so flawed. I have so many things that need work that are actually never going to be fixable in this lifetime. I have dental issues. There's no way that I'm ever going to have a fully healthy jawbone. Like, it's just not possible. I am at a place where that's not a thing in my life. I'm developing at the age of 42 a wonderful little patch of thinning hair on the top of my head. So maybe having hair is not going to be something that I have soon. All these things, these judgments and stories of what it means to be a good person, a good man, a handsome man, a healthy man, all these things. And the practice is worthiness, is that with all of that, even if I am completely destroyed by life, even if I don't make it into the place I think I need to be or should be, I am still beloved of the one. I am still worthy. I'm still here. I'm still enough, just as I am, this little self, this little Nathan. So that's what I bring to you today. That's what I offer to you. That is what this space is for. It is a ministry of joy, songs for joy, and a church of worthiness. So may it be so. Amen. I just want to say a little prayer as we close. And again, prayer as a way to just speak to that part of ourselves that is the big self, the part that we are a part of, but that we so often forget, or that I so often forget. So if you feel to, you can join. Otherwise, if you want to close your eyes, if you don't want to pray, that's totally okay. But the prayer is this. Great Spirit, thank you for being with us now and always in every moment. You who is the great mystery, you who is the one within the all and the all within the one. Thank you for gifting us this very moment. We are worthy within your love now and forever. Thank you. To every cell in our bodies, you who sings the song of separation, helping us to have this experience of separation from the whole. Thank you for your tireless work day and night in every moment, regenerating yourself so that we can exist as we are, separate from the whole, having this unique and profound experience. Thank you to the cells in our bodies. Thank you to Father Sky with your beautiful bright eye of the sun and your night cloak of the stars and moon. Thank you for holding us in containment, for containing Mother Earth, containing everything we will ever know, for shining your warmth down on us, your loving gaze of life and beauty and bringing life, planting the seed of life. Thank you. To Mother Earth, you who contains everything we'll ever know in this life, you who gifts us nature and seasons and day and night, your changing, ever-changing face. Thank you for the gifts that you offer us. We honor you and we are grateful to be here with you in this moment. To all our guardians, guides, and allies, those who have come before us, thank you for your wisdom teachings, your courage. Please guide us on this path so that we too may serve the awakening and remembrance of our true nature and worthiness. Thank you to our guardians, guides, and allies. To our ancestors, our elders, you who came before us, our parents, our grandparents, the infinite lineage that comes before. Thank you for everything you went through that enabled us to be here in this moment. We are here because of you. Thank you. And to all our relations, to the north, south, east, and west, above and below, within and without, to the known and unknown, seen and unseen, thank you for this co-created experience that we are having right now. We exist because of you as you exist because of us. We are in this together. Thank you. We nourish and nurture inner peace, kindness, love, forgiveness, boundaries, connection, joy, playfulness in ourselves and therefore in others. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for now. Amen. Amen. Thank you for being here, everybody. See you again next week. Final note, the word amen, the original meaning of the word is simply truth. So people would say when they heard something that they felt was true, they would say, amen, truth. I am in the presence of truth. I hear the truth. Ian, it's Ian. Thank you, Ian. So good to connect with you. Please do find me on Patreon. I wish you all the best. Blessings on your path. And I'll be back soon. I've got a really fun video coming up on Patreon in the next few days, in the next week or so. So I hope to see you there. And blessings on the path. That's me. I'm out. Peace. Amen.